Right, morning guys. You here at Lechlade, alright Paul, you ready to rock and roll?
Yeah,
What's that mate? Oh, you got a... You're right, you? Okay,
right.
cool. Right, yeah, so morning guys. We're at Lechlade now, early Feb. Quiet, it's quiet here today. There's only about 6 of us. So yeah, 2 rod setup for me today. Die 3 line, so 3 inches per second, with that hot pink pulling fly that I used at Avington last week. And on the floating line I've got a mini white leech, the UV, that's been doing pretty good. Paul, what are you starting with, mate?
On my stalking floating line, I've got a stalking UV green leech,
Nice.
tail, and on the die 3 then,
white leech.
Brilliantly this year.
Nice, nice. Well, I was just talking to Tim and he said in the frost one of the boats sunk. Now that must have been the one that
I jumped on.
So he said I can have the wheelie boat with a motor on. Yeah. So it'll be don't spare the horses today. All the stock ponds there, look. There's the lodge. We'll have a bit of lunch in there later, and a liquid lifesaver. I've got a couple of cans of Stella unfiltered. I quite like that Stella unfiltered, you know.
I haven't tried that.
Haven't you? Oh,
That's that pale carton, isn't it?
that's it. Yeah, yeah. What's that, mate? Well, that Stella, I think it's about the same. I think I'm not 100% sure. But Borisons do 2 slabs for a tenner, you know, 2 6-can packs, and they're normally already in the chiller. What's that water like, Paul? Because you're the one with eyes that are so deadly, it's unbelievable. Gin clear. Well, I say, Tim said I could have the wheelie boat, and there's a motor on there. So I'll give it a go, guys, and if there's any luck, anything happening, we can swap and change. But it would be nice if I could hear from you guys if you're getting anything off the bank.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, little pike. A good spot, isn't it all? Yeah.
Over here's been a lot of fish from this shallow bit.
Yeah, well, say, talking to Mike Sinclair yesterday, which was a good phone call at about 4 o'clock. He said he was blind stalking, not the out of bounds peg, but the next one on copper. I'll say, mate, fishes. It would just be lovely to.
Yeah.
Can you? Oh, great.
Was he taking places? Is that?
Considering it was flowing over here last night.
Right, there's the wheelie boat, and I think they've got a 200 horse Mariner on there today, so I reckon I should get 60 knots around the island. You just said I could, yeah? Any fish showing there, guys? So I hope we haven't got to resort to the indicator today. Just hoping we can get some sport pulling. Right. I think that's forward, Matt. Wow, it is lovely and clear. Excuse me, snivelling as ever, guys. Sorry about that. Right, so 2 rod setup today. So the one we don't want right now we'll put aside, out of the way a bit. Try to keep it out of the way of the other rod. Cool. Net's ready. Okay. So I've gone, let's have a look at this fly again, guys. I've gone with a pink long cast, okay, that I used at Abington. I'm thinking, so we got size 8, pink flashaboo, 2 beads of silver, and a little hot pink. So I'm on the die 3 line. So die 3 line, well, that could be classed as a medium sinker. Sinks at 3 inches per second. Little bit more line out. See fish moving under that tree there. I wonder if I get one on an ant, a Chernobyl ant on the top. Oh, yeah, we're in. We're in. We're in. We're in. So for the first half a dozen casting or whatever it was, I was stripping, and that one I went down to the slower figure of 8. So I changed the, I don't normally, I think my problem is I don't fish slow enough sometimes. If it's a lure, I tend to strip it. I know good friend Peter, he fishes his lures a lot slower than mine. You know, he figures of 8 all the time. It's nice to get a bite and a pull early. Can't be far away. Oh, it's a good one. It's a good one. Look at that rod go, man. Original Hardy Syntrax to the bend. And he's in there. Oh, that's a lump. That is a serious lump. Look at that, guys. That's got to be knocking the 14 pound. Look at the belly on it. It's like mine. My God. What a start. Right, let's just batch him. Yeah, guys. Oh, look at that lump. Wow. He's as fat as he's long. And on the pink. Lovely big chunk. Oh, handsome, handsome. Pete, there's lots of fish moving off the second buoy as well, okay? Up against that tree there. You are? Yeah. My hot pink done the trick. Wow. Right. Great start. some line out. Well, it's nice to have a bite pulling, guys. Nice to have a bite pulling rather than having to fish static and things like that. So the first few casts, you know, I was pulling quite quick, and I slowed it down to a figure of 8. Oh, I thought I had a bite then, but I think it was across that bit of a weed bed. Sure I was. Oh yeah, there's a bit of weed. Look on the fly. It's always worth checking. You're not going to catch anything like that, are we? I'm impressed with this new little pink fly, this little long cast. Because they're brass beads, there's 2 on there, because they're brass, they're still nice and light. You know, and they cast lovely. But I think what I'll be doing today is swapping and changing flies as well, trying the pinks and the whites. Look at that there. Fish are there. There we are. Well, they are liking that new pink, guys. I haven't heard any talk of browns being caught at Lechlade this year. I believe they might have lost a few fish in the summer, but whether that was any browns, I think that's why sometimes I use a bit of pink. I mean, it's a fly that's done okay for me. Pink for browns, more the zonker, but pink again. Another good one. Bang bang on the boat. Someone will pick that up, won't they, on the video? Banging on the boat like they've done before. Well, it's another deep looking fish. Why are they out on the island though? I don't know. No one knows, do they? Oh yeah, guys. Let's have a look. Guys, and another Lechlade chunk. My God, I think that's his twin sister. Let's get him dispatched a minute. Right, all dispatched, guys. Look at that, guys. A hot pink again. Oh, come on, guys. Is that, or is that not, a good start to my day? Which has been overdue this year at Lechlade. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I think now I might change the fly. See what we've got, is it? Okay. Well, I think I'm going to go in a minute and do a bit of stalking, because I missed that. Couple more casts. That one was off the mark then, wasn't it? It does seem like once you're off that island, you don't get the bites. The bites are all within a few yards. But it's, you know, it is an easy cast today, so it's okay. Patchouli. There's another one. Well, that one did take miles away from the island. Straight back on that pink. Straight back on the pink. Straight back on the pink. Has he got a fly on his nose as well, or a mark on his nose? Looks like Jamie's doing a bit of tree surgery. Oh, hello. How did he get all the way over that side? I don't know. This one's got a bit of a mark on his nose. Hot pink, went back to it, guys. Went back to it. And another nice one. Not as big as those two lumps, but still a nice one. Oh, flies come out there, look, in the net. See it there? Right, let's get them dispatched, and then I'm going. Right, there we are, guys. There's my third. Got a tail on that one as well, fair play. And guys, look at that again. That hot pink. It's doing me so good today, isn't it? It's one of those flies you think, I like the look of that, and I used it last week for the first time at Avington, and I had lots of interest. Right guys, I am going to motor in now and have a wander on the bank and see if one of the boys want to come out here and have a dabble. Right, let's go. What a driver! What a driver! What a driver! The electric engine's nice. That electric engine's nice, mate. Okay. Next door is Horseshoe, the carp syndicate lake. Quite a famous lake. That's supposed to be a ton of fish in there, and I think a lot of fish like huge bream, huge tench, huge pike, and most of those I don't believe get fish for that much. I think it's where Matty's caught those. Was it that sort of record breaking 3 rudd on the top with a float? Right, I'm gonna have a walk back to the car, get the grub bag. Ah, fish in the house pool. Right, didn't see anything. I'll get the grub. Oh. Okay guys, well I've had an absolute great start. I'm sat now on the bench having a cold beer now, and it's about 10 o'clock and I've had 3 nice fish. Guys, and the good thing is there's fish everywhere. I'm by where the boats are tied up, and Paul has seen a stack of fish there. I've seen fish moving, only now, but in the house boy. A couple of fish on the far bank. I had my fish off the boat by the chicken coop on a dye 3 in that pink, that new pink long cast. But there's fish about, and there's fish everywhere. So this is good. This is good, and this is the first time this year, I think. Mike Sinclair phoned me last night about 4 o'clock, and he said he had 3 fish on the second peg, well, the one next to the out of bounds peg, yesterday on copper blind stalking. So it's really, really encouraging, guys. So it's been a tough year at Lechlade. You know, fish have been, they are still shoaling around the island, but for the first time today there's fish everywhere. I'll show you my setup for today. Okay, so it's my usual favourite Hardy Zephyrus. It's the original Syntrex carbon rod that they first brought out, 9'6" on a 7. It does me for everywhere, and the original DD reel. They've got lots of these large arbor reels, and on you I've got a 40 plus dye 3, so you can see the orange is the thin running line, and then the dark green is the dye 3, and dye 3 means that sinks at 3 inches per second. Okay, so it's we would class that as a medium sinker. The dye 5 would be a fast sinker. Dye 7, you know, is super fast sink. But this is a dye 3, so a medium sinker. I was casting it out, and I was stripping it, and I wasn't getting the bites. And then I slowed it down a little bit, so figure of 8. But I had to get close to the island. Leader is my favourite, £12. There's a couple of different Grand Maxes. There's a Grand Max Reverse, and there's just a Reverse. Make sure I got that right. Yeah. So there's a Seaguar. Seaguar is the brand, Grand Max. And there's a Seaguar Reverse. So we've got Seaguar Grand Max, Seaguar Reverse. And I've been using this one lately. This is £12, and this has been better. I mean, this one has been good for me, but I had a couple of breaks when I was carp fishing, but that's only when I was carp fishing and I was snapping on the tippet ring. Whether the strikes were ferocious, with the carp and you're hitting solid, possibly. But I've been using the reverse 12 pound, which has been great. And then this bad boy. Earlier on in the video, I put that pink Flashaboo size 8 on. Okay, so pink Flashaboo tail, 2 beads on the front. There's a hot pink little brass bead on the front, and then there's a silver bigger brass bead behind it, black body. And I had 2 fish on that straight away. I took it off and put a white leech on because I thought I'll have a change and try and catch something a little bit, you know, on something different. Not a pull. I put this back on, and within like 2 or 3 casts I had another fish as well. So I came off the boat then, and Jamie and Baz of having a go now. So yeah, let's hope they get some fish. I've seen a couple of fish now since I've been chatting to you. Another fish moving in the houseboy. Now, no one's fished that at all. And what we find with the houseboy lately is that most people can cast to the middle of the houseboy, and then you might get a bit of action straight away. You might get a fish, you know, first cast, couple of casts, and then the fish seem to get spooked with the lines going over their head, and they go right back against the lawn where the reeds are, and I mean right back against it, which is, it's not really castable, because you seem to need to have to get, you know, a couple of foot off the bank. Couple of meters is not good enough, so you tend to get a few fish, or if you're going to get them, you get a few fish soon, you know, first couple of casts, because the fish are in the middle of the bay, that I think they get spooked with all the lines going over their head, bump, and you can see them then moving up against the lawn. So that's what I think's happening there. So yeah, so good start. We got some food to come. We got hot soup. We got Paul's made sausage, cooked sausages and sausage rolls this morning. So yeah, we got a good feast. So, but yeah, that pink long cast has done me so good. I'm back on long cast next week now, after all the leeches I tied the last fortnight, which are now all gone. So that's it for now, guys. So yeah, we'll another fish moving in the house bay. So if someone goes in the house pool now, they'll get a fish pretty quick. There's no pressure, there's no one fishing it. They won't be spooked. If someone ties up there, throws out, I wouldn't be surprised to get a fish first, second, third cast, you know. So I'll carry on drinking my beer. Looks like Alex Moses into another fish. Yeah, just so we can come up to the net. Both look like they're moving. We're going round the back of the island. Right. So what I'm going to do now, I think I'm going to chuck around here with the sinking line, with that pink lure, see if I can get some pulls or follows. Paul said Paul had one on a black snake and he was getting follows as well, so that's what I'll do for the next next half an hour, guys. I'll let you know if I get any. Right, guys, we just had some lunch. Hot mulligatawny soup, and Paul brought sausages in rolls he cooked this morning. Now Paul's stalked a few fish off the bank. I haven't managed to stalk any off the bank, but there's a few around. The boys are into lots of fish off the house, boys, so that's good. That's good. But I'm gonna get back on the boat, see if I can get my fourth fish from around the island. Might have to put a new leader on, I'll see. There's some lumps here, I'm sure. Get in, you. Get in, you. Get into you. He's having a thrash. He scared every fish for about 100 yards now. You know, I think I was fishing too shallow because I saw a few fish up in the water. I was fishing them shallow and I went to a better depth, or a depth I would normally fish them on. And I had a couple of bites, and I had one miss one. So although I saw them, I had to go down a bit deeper. There we are, guys. There we are. Another nice one on the indicator. Let me just back. There we are, guys. Another nice one on the indicator. A bit deeper than I'd normally fish it, see, on that high vis buzzer right on his snout there. Lovely. Lovely. And that was the depth. A little bit deeper. A little bit deeper. Alright, guys, change to a bright orange egg. Might have to just squeeze the air out of that in a sec till they get waterlogged. Make sure it sinks. It's weighted, there's a little brass bead on it, so like butter that drifted in there. It's Tim, the owner, having a walk around. But why was I like half asleep there? I was sort of looking over there. The indicator was gone under and popped back up. Well, at least the change of colour and pattern worked, didn't it? Bite first, chuck on orange. I fell asleep, and again I had a bite. That was just a quick. Well, that's encouraging. Just need to be a bit sharper and quicker striking. I seem to have the reaction today of a giant sloth. Right. Oh. That looked a big fish then, didn't it? You know what the phrase rhymes with? Clucking bell. Well, at least on the first cast and like drift through, if you like, I hooked that one and had 2 other bites. Huh? That's encouraging. But I seen it turn in the water and look like a really big fish. Oh dear. Poo. A little ring then come from the indicator. Got him that time. Got him that time. See that orange egg right on the end of his nose. Another good one. I don't think it's as big as that lump I lost with even roaring off. Right on the nose. Another Lechlade lump, orange blob on his nose. Let's dispatch him. There we are, guys. You can see that really high vis. Well, that wasn't coming out with it. Right in that top jaw. Whoa. Yeah. And another nice Lechlade lump. So yeah, change the battery. So there's another Another one which felt to the static egg running through on the indicator. Come on now, drift that one through nice. I seen that sort of kiting across. He didn't go all the way under, but he was gonna. It was gonna. Feels a good one. Don't shake that head. Don't shake that head. Shake that head. You know, it's a smaller fish, and I thought it felt really chunky the way he was shaking his head. Bright orange blob though. Nailed it again. And I missed a couple on. Oh. There we are, guys. Another beauty. Stunning tails on them. On the orange blob, on the indicator. Quite deep, 2 foot, 2'6". Let me dispatch him. Right, all dispatched. And another one that fell to that bright orange egg. Seriously bright, that, isn't it? There's a bead on there as well. 3.2 orange brass bead. Fished that deep. 2 foot. Let it roll through. Lovely. So guys, that's my wallet bust today now, guys. That's my 6 fish today. So I've had a ball, and there's some lumps here as well. I'm well happy with that. So looking at those 3, I got 3 more on the lanyard there. It's been an excellent day. Guys, I've had 3 fish pulling on that pink, on the dye 3, and now 3 fish on the floating line on the orange egg.
No, when I was leaving, I'm coming back, coming back. Yeah.
There we are, guys.
Switched on, you know, with,
My 6 for the day. So yeah, that's a cracking day for me. Let me grab my can of Stella. No, he's had a howler.
That's Lechlade for you, look at that.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So there we are, guys. I've signed off once, but I'm going to have to sign off again. That's Martin Williams now, finally signing off. A barrow load at Lechlade. Mine and Jamie's, not just mine.